So you're telling me you have 50 bottles of liquor in your house?
Yeah.
Shawn, that's fucking crazy, dude. Even like most full-blown adults that I know have like a little like, who if they have a bar in their house, have maybe 6 bottles.
I didn't even mention the gin I have, too.
What about the wine? Do you have wine?
Yes, I do.
Oh, keep going.
Let's see. I have about... I think I'm missing 1 bottle on the wine rack.
This is fucking crazy.
It's time for the Garage Boozing Podcast.
What's up, nerds? And welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. I'm your host, the man with absolutely no plan, the Chase with the face for radio, Chase Shurga. And boy, do I have one hell of an episode for you guys today. I am joined by the return of Shawnee V, Shawn Van Vranken, a.k.a. my bastard brother. Well, he wishes he was. But anyway, guys, we have a fantastic conversation for you. It goes all over the place like we do here in the garage, and I know you're going to love it. So without further ado, folks, you know what time it is. It's time to sit back, relax, kick your feet up, crack open a cold one, and if you're really feeling fruity, take a shot. Why not? Because this week's episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast starts now.
Oh yeah, in support for the Garage Boozing Podcast, it is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped will help you trim up the family jewels to make everything nice and right for the ladies. Make sure that you're using promo code TGBP20 for 20% off your Manscaped products. Oh yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. Today I am joined by one very special guest. To my left, your right, we have the return of Shawnee V, Shawn Van Vranken, a.k.a. my bastard brother. Welcome back to the show, Shawn.
Fella. Long-time listener, many-time caller, and many-time lover of the smell of gas.
The smell of gas. Does it really smell like gas in here?
Yes, it does.
Well, I mean, it is a garage, and I have a lawnmower, a motorcycle, and a go-kart now.
And 2 gas cans.
Yeah, but those are all empty. No, there's 3 gas cans, actually, but they're all empty.
Sorry.
Again, guys, we are in a garage, so, you just don't see that part. Do you just fart?
No.
Are you sure?
I think it was the dog.
There's no way that was a dog. There's no dog in here.
I don't know.
If you ripped ass, dude, it's fine.
I did not rip ass.
It definitely sounded like you. It sounded like you did.
I swear on my dead father's grave.
Jesus, dude.
That I did not rip ass.
All right. God damn.
I'm sorry about the gas can thing, though. I can't count to 3, so...
Yeah, I guess not, because there's clearly 3 gas cans. Anyway, Shawn, so quick question here for you. Obviously, you like to drink.
Oh, fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, me too. I like to drink a lot, too. But earlier, we were talking about, like, how much liquor you had in your house compared to how much I have in mine. So, I don't know if I'm in the minority here, the majority, but I buy 1 bottle of liquor at a time, and I drink that, and then I'll buy another one later. But apparently, that's not what you do.
Oh, fuck no. By the way, this better be a poll.
Okay, yeah, let's make it a poll. That's a good idea.
But, so you buy 1 bottle of liquor at a time.
Sometimes 2 if I'm fruity, but that's about it.
He's not feeling very fruity today, folks.
I guess not.
I have at least 25 bottles of scotch that are open.
Wait, 25, like, active bottles in...
Yes.
Right now at home? 25 bottles of scotch, Shawn?
Yep.
I think you're the only person in the world that has 25 bottles. Okay, maybe that's a stretch. But still, 25 bottles of scotch that are open? Any that are closed?
Yeah, I think I have like 1.
Okay, so you think you have 26 total bottles of scotch.
I just cracked this one open today, so...
What does that cost? That looks expensive.
It's not too bad. It's under 90. It's,
Under 90.
It's under 90.
I don't pay more than $30 for a bottle of liquor. Jeez.
I like quality.
I like quantity. So you can buy more for less.
Yeah, I'll take something that tastes good, so...
Now, if you drink that, do you get hungover?
If you're smart, no.
What do you mean if you're smart? Like, how are you smart about it? How do you not get hungover, Shawn?
Drink water.
Okay, I guess that's smart. See, me, I have an... What am I trying to say? Iron liver. I have an iron liver. I, like, never get hungover. I've been, completely hungover, headache, and, pukey hungover probably less than 10 times in my life. Have I woken up still drunk? Definitely. But I don't call that hungover.
I think I've only woken up still drunk and like once,
Really? You've never woken up drunk still?
maybe twice, and it doesn't happen.
Do you have I don't think you have a high tolerance though.
I have a considerable tolerance.
Really? Mm-hmm. So that scotch you're drinking, how much of that does it take you to get lit?
Are we talking on a day where I don't eat, or are we talking a normal day?
A normal day where you eat.
Oh, Jesus. How many beers beforehand?
Just the scotch, dude. Just the scotch. Holy shit, Shawn.
Just the scotch? Oh, God. It'd take me at least... I don't know. It'd probably take 7 to 10 ounces of it.
How much is that? Like, I don't even know what that means. How many ounces is that thing? The whole glass?
The entire glass, like 8 ounces.
So if you drank a whole glass of that, then you'd be like... How strong is that?
I think it's 40, maybe 45. Let me check. 43.
43 proof.
No,
43% alcohol.
86 proof. So yes, 43%.
Oh, that's how the math... See, I don't even know. I'm such an idiot when it comes to alcohol. All right, anyway, so you were talking... You have 25 bottles of scotch. What else do you have?
At least 10 plus bottles of bourbon that are open.
Shut the fuck up.
2 bottles of tequila, 2 of vodka, 6 to 8 other bottles. So that would be rye, American whiskey, Jack Daniels. Actually, probably closer to 10. So of that stuff.
So you're telling me you have 50 bottles of liquor in your house?
Yeah.
Shawn, that's fucking crazy, dude. Even like most full-blown adults that I know have like a little like, who if they have a bar in their house, have maybe 6 bottles.
I didn't even mention the gin I have too.
What about the wine? Do you have wine? You
Yes, I do.
Oh, keep going.
Let's see. I have about. I think I'm missing 1 bottle on the wine rack.
This is
so
fucking crazy. The wine rack. How many wine bottles are on the wine rack?
we have 2 of them. Hold 6 each, so 12 bottles. Sparkling wine / champagne. There is a difference.
Are you being dramatic or is this real?
This is real.
Jesus, dude.
I have at least 2 bottles of sparkling wine or champagne. I think they're both bottles of champagne.
That's like unreal. What's the need for all this alcohol?
Options.
Look, I like variety as much as the next guy, dude, but that's a lot.
I mean,
Like, you're going to probably forget about a bottle. It's going to be 20 years until you finish it.
I wish.
You think you're going to go through all that? Because, you obviously replenish, so don't you forget about, like, the oldest one sometimes?
Not usually.
Really? So, like...
I kind of just, at the end of the night, when I'm ready for a nightcap, I'll just kind of reach over. Do I want this one? Sure.
What's a nightcap?
What's a nightcap?
No, I'm being serious. What is that?
Nightcap is, I can't really consider this a nightcap right now because it's super early, but this would be a nightcap right here. Have a glass or have a drink right before you go to bed.
I never knew the terminology behind that. I'm not even kidding. I wasn't being funny.
I'm actually a little surprised you did not know that, but you learn something new every day.
I guess so. Is that like a popular term? Do most people know what that means? Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
Yep. Ask your dad.
So if I said, ask my dad, like I'm a kid, hey, Dad, what's a nightcap?
I mean, we can get him on the phone right now.
No, he'd kill me if I called him this late. He's sleeping. He probably wouldn't even actually answer the phone.
That's true.
But
We can get Big Rick on the phone.
no way. It's too late for him, too.
No, it's not. He's still awake.
No shot. I wouldn't call him right now.
I wouldn't either.
He's probably in his underwear right now, walking around the house. So anyway, so now, originally I said, wow, you think you have 50 bottles of liquor, but now it sounded like almost 75. If you had to guess how many bottles, like, of opened, not even opened or unopened, liquor, wine, whatever the fucking, alcohol, how many would you say? Not counting beers.
Opened and unopened?
Yeah, total.
Between 65 and 68.
That's a very solid guess. So how long do you think it's going to take? Well, your brother obviously drinks some too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So how long do you think it would take the two of you to finish 65 to 68 bottles?
That depends.
On what?
Depends on...
Like, say you didn't replenish the alcohol. So all the bottles you have in your house right now, how long would it take the two of you to tank them?
Seeing as a lot of them are kind of low. not long.
Yeah, give me a time frame.
A month and a half.
No fucking way. You really think a month and a half you guys could drink 65? Actually, I guess that's really not that bad if you were trying.
I did say a lot of them were low.
Okay. Wow. Kudos to you, Shawn.
I
Kudos.
mean, that's not even counting the 3 decanters I have going. I have 3 decanters going as well.
A what?
A decanter.
What's a decanter?
So basically what we're doing is we're creating what is commonly referred to as an infinity bottle. So when we get low on a certain scotch that fits the flavor profiles, bourbon that we like that fits the flavor profiles, we'll pour it into, we have these decanters, and then I'm almost full on one of them is like almost
So you're just mixing a bunch of alcohol together?
correct.
That's disgusting.
It's, well, not really when you think about it, because
I'm thinking about it. That's gross.
you're mixing the same flavor profiles. So
What does that mean, flavor profile? Like,
flavor profiles.
so you're telling me I can have like a bunch of different alcohols that are blueberry and just mix them in that decanter?
I wouldn't go a bunch of different alcohols. Like I would do one and one only.
Okay, so you're saying like one would be blueberry vodka.
So like
That would be the flavor
So
profile.
for example, Pinnacle blueberry vodka, Svedka blueberry vodka, whatever else has blueberry vodka. For
Okay, so
example.
you're going in like a certain type of alcohol. Okay, that makes
Yep.
sense.
So for our scotch, we have 2 scotch ones. The one that's near full is we're kind of keeping it along the lines of like sherry oak.
Okay. There's a lot that goes into this, Jesus. Shawn, I lost interest in that.
I'm sorry.
What a nice guy. I'm sorry.
It kept my interest, so.
All right, anyway, say you're mixing a bunch of the same flavored alcohols into this gross, disgusting container, and you're going to drink it all at once later.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take the whole decanter, pop it open, and
Nice. You'll probably get hammered. All right,
I'll
anyway.
be fucking dead.
Or that. Shawn, before we started the podcast, you said you might go on a rant. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to write this down because I just want to hear you go on this rant. Like, it seems you have an issue with warning labels.
Oh yeah, that.
What kind of issue do you have with warning labels and why?
Let's see. So, for example,
Wait, hold on. Before we start, did you just dare me to take a shot?
yes, I did.
Fuck, why not?
Yeah, take a shot. Why not? Are you feeling fruity today?
I'm feeling fruity now.
Let's fucking go, lad.
I totally cut you off to take a shot. Sorry, but you dared me, so I mean, like I had to.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Fireball. It's good for the liver.
Not good for taste buds.
Oh, totally good for the taste buds. You ever had Big Red gum?
Yeah.
Big Red gum. Do you like it?
No.
Oh, well, that's like Fireball on a stick, like a stick of gum.
Yeah.
I loved Big Red gum as a kid. My grandpa always used to have it. Anyway,
was-
that and juicy fruit. You like juicy fruit?
Juicy fruits are okay.
Yeah, but what I hate about juicy fruit is like the taste, then the flavor doesn't last long at all. You put a piece of juicy fruit in your mouth, it's gone in 30 seconds.
It's true. I was more of a fan of Big League Chew, not gonna lie.
Big League Chew I still like too, but same thing. Like you would put all that Big League Chew in your mouth, and then like the flavor would go away in like 2 minutes.
That's
Then
true.
you have to spit it out and get a new one. And it got really sticky and like weird after a while.
I mean, the best gum flavor wise, where it lasts the longest, is probably Trident.
I was gonna say Trident layers.
I don't ever get the layers.
Why? Because they're more expensive.
No, I just don't.
Have you tried Trident layers? They're more juicier and they last longer lasting.
I have had the layers. I just don't usually get them. I actually have. I'm 5 gum is decent too.
5 gum is good. Do you like Gushers?
Gushers are okay.
It was so random, I know, but I love Gushers.
I used to hate them when I was a kid. It was something about the way, like how juicy they were or whatever, and
You didn't like the juice?
No, and I also like as a kid I did not like Welch's fruit snacks.
What? How do you not like Welch's fruit snacks?
I did
the
not.
OG of fruit snacks.
When I was a kid I did not, but I love them now.
What about the Flintstone fruit snacks? You never had them? Okay.
I probably had them, but it's been so freaking long.
But Welch's fruit snacks are great now.
Oh yeah, 100%. They're great on hikes too.
Dude, I can eat a box of Welch's fruit snacks like just sitting on my couch.
That's
I don't even know how we just started talking about snacks because we were talking about something way different before. Actually, one more snack that I just thought about. You ever have like a can of Easy Cheese, like the spray cheese, with Ritz crackers? Why are you making that face? You never had cheese in a can?
Fuck no.
You have no interest in having like Cheese Whiz, cheese in a can?
Fuck no.
Why? It's so good.
I don't know. Do I go to the fucking store and buy a fucking can of whipped cream to fucking,
No, not whipped cream. This is way different. This is spray cheese. You don't have to be 21 to buy this. It's like actually like there's no whip like in it.
You don't have to be 21 to buy it yet.
No,
We live in New York State.
Yes, but it's not whipped cream. It's not it's Easy Cheese. It's cheese in a can.
I know. It's gross.
You think it's gross?
Yes.
Have you had it?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you take Ritz crackers, like Ritz salted crackers, not the Ritz bits, but like the bigger ones.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
you-
know Ritz crackers.
Yeah, and you put the spray cheese on, it's like, and then you put another one, and you make a sandwich out of it. Dude, that is the best snack ever.
No.
If you're drunk, you're high, whatever you are, I'm telling you, man. And I'm gonna ask everybody out there: Easy Cheese in a can and Ritz Bits crackers. Tell me I'm wrong. The OG snack. That's a munchie right there. I'll eat the whole box.
I will be a mirror image of my father and say I like pretzels.
Okay, I like pretzels too. But Ritz crackers and Cheese Whiz are way better. Cheese Whiz, it's called Cheese Whiz some places, Easy Cheese some other. It's the same thing. Draft Top. The Draft Top was designed to give you a better all-around drinking experience, and let me tell you how. You take your Draft Top bar tool, put it on top of your adult beverage, give it a little squeeze, not too hard, a little bit of friction, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the right, and wha-bam. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see me demonstrate this. If you're listening, I'm sorry, you just got to hear me talk. But yeah, then you pop your Draft Top off, take this, push it down just a tad, and now your beer just became a cup. So forget about wasting plastic, pouring your beer can into a cup, into a red Solo cup, if you will. It doesn't matter because now your Draft Top just made your beer into a cup. So now you can chug your beer a hell of a lot faster. You can smell the aroma of the alcohol. The experience of drinking here is just so much better thanks to Draft Top. So go get yours now. I want you to have one, you want you to have one, and you can get your own Draft Top at www.drafttop.com. And don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 10% off site-wide. That's right. It doesn't matter what you get in your Draft Top cart, 10% off site-wide using promo code GarageBoozing. You know how to spell it. Don't be a fool. Buy your Draft Top right now. Treat yourself. You deserve it. All right, back to the show. Oh, yeah, shit. That's what we were talking. Well, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about warning labels. Shawn, what's your problem with warning labels? We just went off a tangent about snacks. Jesus.
Warning labels, some things do need them, obviously. But, so, if I go to the store and I buy a fucking can of peanut butter, should it say, this product contains nuts? No.
Yes?
No, it shouldn't. Because it literally says peanut butter.
Shawn, that's a ridiculous argument.
But, I mean, we need to put warning labels on Tide Pods. Please do not eat.
Well, yeah, because there was a challenge around that. But hold on, go back to the last thing. Peanut butter.
It says peanut butter on the fucking label. It
could be artificial peanut butter.
Most peanut butter flavoring is artificial, so.
Right, but it could be artificial peanut butter that has no nuts in it, is what I'm saying. Oh, you're like, shit, good point.
I'll give you that one.
Okay, right, exactly. Give me another issue with warning labels. I'll trump everyone. Give me every warning label right now and let's see if I can defeat you. I'm in. Go. Tide Pods. All right, there was a challenge about people eating them. There was YouTube videos, TikToks, everything where people are eating Tide Pods. That's why there's a warning label on that. Do not eat. What's the next one? Go.
Okay.
I'm a fucking animal.
My point about these warning labels is I think the main problem will sort itself out if we were to remove the warning labels from products.
You want to remove the warning labels from everything?
Not everything. Just
then people are going to
just common sense things.
Okay, so people
Tide Pods.
See people that see
who the fuck is going to eat a fucking Tide Pod if you're in the right state of fucking mind? Oh yeah, I'm going to go home, I'm going to fucking put a goddamn Tide Pod on a fucking paper plate, and I'm going to take my fork and knife and cut into it and fucking eat it.
Shawn, do you understand how much influence the internet has on like growing adults? Back when you and I were like infants, or like not even infants, toddlers and up to 10 years old, we didn't have stuff like TikTok and fucking Vine, Instagram even, where like you see all these videos and stuff of people doing crazy shit. So people in that age range that see people growing up and like, or like follow famous people on TikTok that are eating Tide Pods. If you're 8 years old, your brain's not all the way developed. You think, wow, that guy's so cool. He just got 5 million views on TikTok by eating a Tide Pod. So I'm going to eat a Tide Pod and I'm going to go viral on TikTok too. And then the kid dies. That's why there's warning labels on Tide Pods. Boom, drop the fucking mic, Chase.
So if your mom...
Tell me I'm wrong.
So if your mom said... Or so if your friends were to go jump off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge?
That's a terrible analogy, Shawn.
How is it a terrible analogy?
Because that's been an analogy.
Your mom would ask you that question.
If my mom, yes, my mom would ask me that a question because I was born in the 90s. I grew up when that expression made sense.
You know what the fucking answer is?
No, I wouldn't jump off the bridge.
No, the answer is, I'll fucking jump first. I'm a leader, not a follower.
Jesus Christ, Shawn. But you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, though? Like, when we grew up compared to when kids are growing up now, there's way more influence on the internet versus if your mom says, oh, if you're... Actually, nowadays, I think if you said to your kid, hey, if all your friends were jumping off the bridge, would you do it too? Or however the fuck the saying goes. They'd probably say yes, because they want the TikTok views.
Common sense, folks. Common sense.
All right, name another something.
Common sense is not a fucking problem.
It is, though, when there's so much influence for young adults on these places.
When there's no common sense,
and I love social media as much as the next guy. Don't get me wrong. I love social media. I love TikTok. I love all that shit. I'm just putting it.
I mean, yeah,
I'm just justifying it.
It's super easy to.
So, like, if your kid like eats a Tide Pod and dies, I'm telling you the reason. The reason is because you allowed them to have a TikTok account. Yeah. So anyway, now give me another warning label. All you got was Tide Pods, and what was the other one?
Tide Pods, peanut butter.
Yeah, both trumped. Give me another one.
Let's see.
I love this battle of warning labels.
There's so many you could easily go with. Obviously, space heater right there.
Where's the warning label?
Caution may be hot. It's on the sticker.
Okay. Now, why should that not be there?
That makes sense. I'll say that one. That one makes sense.
All right, let me ask you this one.
Gasoline, do not ingest.
Now listen, Shawn.
Common sense again. Don't drink gasoline.
But how do you know until someone tells you?
Don't pour gasoline in a fucking plastic cup and stand near a fucking fire.
It was a styrofoam cup. And that's a funny story. I probably told it before, but for those of you that don't know, when I first bought my house, I had a bunch of my friends over. We were having a fire. I'm glad you brought this up, Shawn. And like everyone was drinking out of like styrofoam cups, right? And this little trick I learned when I was younger was just like if the fire's not really going well, you just put a little gasoline in a cup and you pour on the fire and it goes up, right? So I never knew that gasoline I never knew that gasoline makes a hole, like burns through styrofoam. Who knows that? You don't know until anyone tells you. So I made a little cup of gasoline in the styrofoam cups we were all using, went to pour it on the fire, and I didn't realize that it was burnt out the bottom. So it was like just leaking on the fire. Anyway, fire goes up, boom, pop, right in my face. My whole left leg was on fire. I was running across my yard, stop, drop, roll. I was no longer on fire, but nobody helped me. They were just all laughing at me. Then I get back to the fire, I sit down, my leg's really hot, I roll up my leg, and all my leg hair fell down. And it took me about 4 years to grow back, and that's the story. So yes, there should be warning labels on gasoline.
Legend has it the hair still has not grown back.
No, it finally did. This year I just started wearing shorts for the first time. I wore them one day.
I've worn pants like one day this summer.
Dude, I wear pants every day. So people yell at me all the time. Like they're like, it's 90 degrees outside. Why are you wearing pants? I gotta get better at wearing shorts because now I got my leg hair back. So I'm gonna start wearing shorts. All right, Shawn. So there was another story that you wanted to bring up, and I'm just gonna jog your memory here. So it happened to do with a little game of musical chairs. Do you remember this story? Do you want to tell or you want me to tell? You can tell if you want.
So, anybody who knows me, I love sports. Hockey is literally my everything.
His everything.
It is. I'm the happiest person on the planet when Detroit wins the Stanley Cup. And when they fall out of the playoffs, absolutely devastated. But
what does this have to do with musical chairs?
Besides that, an Adirondack hockey game. This young lad young stallion, must I say.
That was me. I was the young stallion at the time.
Yep, back in high school, was participating on the ice in musical chairs.
So a little backstory because you left the part out. So it was a local hockey team, and in between like periods, they have. You left that part out.
Yeah, so they do these on ice during the intermission.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
So on ice activities. So sometimes musical chairs, sometimes bowling, sometimes
You win a prize.
Yeah, sometimes you put two idiots that don't know how to hold a fucking hockey stick and have them shoot pucks at a net.
So I was chosen. I was chosen for musical chairs. And Shawn, continue your story.
So now, being the stallion that he is, absolutely fucking rocks at musical chairs. Gets down to the last two.
Final two. Your boy was there against who, Shawn?
Some girl,
She was probably 7 years old.
maybe 8. We'll be generous.
Oh man!
And this,
Here we go.
This fucking guy right here. So, music stops. Pulls the chair out away from her and sits in it.
What are you supposed to do, man? I mean,
Exactly.
there was a prize on the line.
And the entire fucking arena booed this man, except for me, who's standing there cheering my fucking heart out.
Thank you for your support.
Because this guy's a fucking winner.
It's true. Now, I mean, it was so. Let me explain the whole thing that happened. So it was down to me and this girl, and originally I felt really nice, right? So I was like, I point to the chair and I wanted to let her have it, right? And then she looks at me and just looks back at me and she like didn't want to just like get the easy victory. So I'm like, all right, it's on. So she starts running and then I start running and then she goes to sit and I grab the chair and I sat in it. Just let it be known she was not hurt by any means. It's not like she fell straight on her ass or like hit her head or anything. She like just went to grab the chair and I just grabbed it faster and she like took a slight tumble, which I did apologize for, but at the end of the day, I won. And like, what do winners do? They fucking win, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, winning isn't everything.
And then this entire place booed the living shit out of me. And my dad was mortified. He's probably mortified of me. I'm even telling this story. But I was in like 11th or 12th grade, whatever. And it was just like, trust me, like at the time that people were booing me, like I've just watched wrestling my entire life. Like I'm just a big wrestling fan. So like, I don't know. I felt the heel factor. So people are booing me and I'm going like this. I'm like putting my hands up. I'm like, yeah. And that pissed everyone off even more. Everyone got even so much more mad. And my dad was like, why would you do that? Oh, geez. I'm just looking. I haven't heard that story in forever. I'm pretty sure there's a video somewhere. I'm going to try to look on Facebook. I think I have it somewhere or someone posted. I don't know. But this place, Shawn, you were there. Mm-hmm. Erupted in booze. I'm like 17 years old. I'm eating it up. I'm like, I got my bowl of cereal. I remember going like this. And oh, geez. I was so cocky for no fucking reason because I just pulled the chair away from a 7-year-old child. I suck.
Hey. Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing.
Especially when a 7-year-old's about... I think it was a $100 gift card I think I won. $100 gift card for something. Holy shit. Wow.
Well, what's a fucking 7-year-old going to do with a $100 gift card?
Yeah, they can't
fucking go buy Barbies?
They don't have an ID. You're right.
All right, folks. Let me tell you all about the Pump Action Shotgun Tool. Whoa. There's a tool for shotgunning? Hell yeah, there is. So listen to this. The Pump Action Shotgun Tool... created by the Drunk Engineers. Love that name, by the way. It makes shotgunning a hell of a lot easier, and let me tell you how. So you're going to take your beer, and you're going to stick it right in the shotgun tool, like this. Hold it like that so the air pockets are up here, and then you're going to give it a little squeeze. You're going to hear pop, bam, pop. But look at that. No mess. So right now the air pocket's right up here, and you're going to want to make sure you take this, push that down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the tool. Hold the beer can in place to the mouthpiece. Then you're going to put your mouth on the mouthpiece and shotgun. And boom, no mess. You can shotgun at the dinner table, family events, wherever you want with absolutely no mess. So forget shotgunning, slamming a knife right through. Yeah, not a thing anymore. Thanks to the Pump Action Shotgun Tool by Drunk Engineers. And you can get yours right now. So just log on to www.drunkengineers.ca. Don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. That's right, promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. Go get yours now. Thank me later. Back to the show. Now, all right, so now it's time for a beer review, folks. We haven't done a beer review in a minute. Oh my God, I just forgot. I forgot to turn the ring light on. That's why it's so dark. Jesus Christ. Well, you know what? We're not going to read the whole podcast, so we're going to keep it in the dark. Anyway, Shawn, tell me about this beer that you brought for our beer review.
So, this is from a local brewery, Slickfin Brewing, over in Fort Edward.
Now, Shawn, you've had this beer before, right?
Yes, I have.
So he's kind of cheating the beer review, but it's okay.
It's a good beer.
You like it, that's okay. So if a
yeah.
guest brings me a beer that they like, I'm the true expert of beer here, so I'll put the score on it.
Okay, I mean, coming from you, you're the true expert at beers, but
That's right,
sure.
absolutely.
Sure.
Natty Light, a top shelf beer.
Yeah, Natty Light, top shelf beer, bud.
All right, so continue, yeah. From Fort Edward.
Give me your fucking glass so I can fucking pour you some.
You better pour it good. I want no fizz. Don't make it all fizzy and shit. Show me how to pour a beer like a fucking man.
Well, of course.
And don't pour it on my belt either. That guy's been wearing my belt the whole episode like he's a champion. He's a fake champ.
I fucking spoiled my fucking self. So.
Wow, that was a decent pour, Shawn. It's like you've done this before.
That is a fucking good pour.
Let me smell it quick, see what I think.
Yeah, give it
Oh, it doesn't smell bad.
give it a good nose.
Now, I will say I do love our friends at Slickfin. We've had the owner of Slickfin on this podcast before. And I will say, not a huge craft beer. This is craft beer, right?
Yes.
Not a huge craft beer guy, but they do make they make phenomenal seltzer, stuff like that, slushies, all that shit. Very good. And oh wait, were you advertising that? I fucked it up. That's good right there. I didn't realize we were doing. Sorry.
So the name of this beer is Before I Had Status.
Before I had status. What does that mean? If someone says before I had status.
I mean, kind of common sense here, but sure. I mean, to me, before I had status would mean before I was where I am today. You know?
Before you met me and I made you the next Chase Shurga.
I was unanimously voted on to be the next Chase Shurga in high school.
High school. That's so funny. All right, so anyway.
That is still a story I tell to this day.
What's this percentage here we got?
6.4.
6.4%.
It's a New England style IPA.
New England style APA before I had status. So
He just fucking said APA. What is he, from a fucking Midwest over here?
I said IPA.
You said APA.
Oh, wait, I was thinking the APA from WWF back in the day, sorry. No, I definitely said IPA. I don't know, we'll play it back. All right, so I always let the guests go first, and obviously, you know, you've done a beer review with me before, right?
Probably.
He doesn't remember because he's tanked on every episode.
Yeah.
All right, Shawn, 0 to 10, you know, it's just like a fucking, like you review anything else.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, but you go first.
Got it.
Give it an honest scale. What a little sip.
Overall, the hops and the malt kind of balance out, which is very good. Subtle hints of some tropical fruit. I would say about solid 8.2.
Okay. Okay, 8-2. I like that you put the decimal there too. That was a test and you passed. So as you guys know, I don't like super sour shit, stuff like that, unless it's wine. I love very sour wine. I'm a big Merlot guy. I love the sourest fucking wine.
Merlot is good.
Oh my God, it's so good. And so many people hate it, I love it.
Do you like Pinot Noirs?
I like, not kind of, but I'm a big Merlot guy. Merlot's my red wine, and then I like Sauv Blanc for my white wine.
Okay.
Big Sauv Blanc guy.
We'll get you over to the apartment. We got some wine you can try.
Yeah, you have 1 million bottles of alcohol I can try. I can try each one in a night, a shot of each. Anyway, so this for me.
We have an amateur over here, folks.
You say an amateur? You mean an amateur?
No, I mean amateur.
What's
you're,
that?
You're fucking slurping your fucking beer.
I was doing it on purpose.
I know.
What's an amateur?
Amateur is the same thing as amateur. It's just...
You were just saying it like an asshole.
What?
All right.
No, golf, they say amateur. They don't say amateur, they say amateur.
Fuck golf. I'm not 70.
Golf's fucking great. You have fucking golf clubs right over in the other room.
Yeah, but they're not mine.
Whose are they?
I don't know. Okay, so real quick before I finish the beer review. So I wanted to start golfing with my friends, and I didn't want to pay for a whole thing, like a whole golf set. So I saw a set on Craigslist that was like $40, and it was in like a golf bag that said Steve. So I went and I paid the $40, got them, brought them back. And there were girl clubs hidden inside the fucking bag that said Steve. So I got swindled. I got like little fucking like girl clubs.
I'm sorry.
It's a funny story, I know. All right, anyway, this beer review. As I said before, I love the guys at Slickfin. And this, Shawn, you could not have brought in a better beer from Slickfin because this is actually phenomenal. I like this a lot. It's not super sour and it's not super strong. It's not dark either. I was afraid you were going to bring like a dark beer, and you didn't. I'm going to give this. This is really good. I could keep drinking this all night.
I like to enjoy the flavor, so I don't usually.
I like the flavor too, and the flavor is very good. That's why I'm gonna give it a 9.1, and that's very high for me too. Especially because I say Natty Light, which is like a top shelf beer, of course, but a little bit more on the cheaper side is my 10. This is not bad at all. Like I could shotgun a Natty Light, I could shotgun this. This is very good. Shout out to Slickfin. Why the fuck are you wearing my belt?
Because I'm a fucking champ.
This guy never won. You know what's funny? Actually, I'm going to embarrass the shit out of myself real quick. So I paid good money to get that Garage Boozing Championship belt. Let me see it real quick. Let me show it off. Because sometimes I don't even show it. People don't even know it exists.
I guess I can let you touch my championship.
Thank you. So guys,
treat it gently. It's my championship.
probably a year and a half ago, I got this Garage Boozing Championship belt. And I've showed it like on display and shit like that. And I was like, I'm going to defend this every week, maybe on a shotgun competition, whatever. And then your boy just never talked about it again. I just had random people put it on sometimes, and I'm like, you're not champion, I'm champion. Because obviously I'm champion, I'm the host of the fucking podcast.
It's me, I'm random people. I'm the one that fucking puts it on.
Yes. And then like other times I'll have it just displayed on the table. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Why would I tell the people that I was going to defend this championship and just never defend it? So you know what? We're going to start putting this shit on the line starting next week. Because fuck you, Shawn, I'm not putting it on the line tonight. But anyway, folks, that's all the time we have here tonight. This is your Garage Boozing champion, Chase B. Shurga, signing off. And I do want to thank Shawn, my long-lost brother, my bastard brother, my not-real brother, and he looks more like my dad than I do. Shawn, thank you so much for joining me once again on the podcast. I think you're coming up the ranks. You might be the most viewed. I mean, not the most viewed. Definitely not the most viewed. He's probably the least viewed. No, but for real, you might be the most.
Fuck some fucking issues then.
No, you might be the most reoccurring guest at this point. I don't know. You're very close up there, I think, because I don't know. I gotta recount them and then I'll just like put it in the part after this. Whatever. I'm a little saucy. Fuck it. Good night, everybody. Shawn, thanks again, and we'll see you nerds next week.
Like I said, long-time listener, many-time caller, folks.
And Garage Boozing champion of the world.
Me.
See you later.
Hey nerds, please don't forget the #1 way to support the brand. Buy some merch. We've got hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and it's all available to you at www.garageboozing.net/shop. And don't forget to follow on all your favorite social media accounts as well as YouTube at Garage Boozing. And of course, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, whatever the button may be, to the Garage Boozing Podcast on your favorite podcast platforms so you can be notified as soon as a new episode is released.
Ladies, gentlemen, and nerds. Do you have what it takes to be a guest on the fastest growing, alcohol chugging, and nonsense talking podcast? Well, now is your chance. The Garage Boozing Podcast has new guests every week, and you could be one of them. Just simply log on to www.garageboozing.net, click the Be on the Show tab, and submit your information. It's that simple. Join the boozement, or be a loser. Don't miss your chance, because we're taking this to the moon.